Welcome to episode
12.
12.
We are Antidote To Chaos and we like experimenting with microtonal harmony.
Indeed.
Beautiful, lads. Beautiful.
It's
I'm
not
so
wrong,
proud
it's
of you
just
all.
a microtone.
So proud of us. So proud
This
of us.
is 4 Guys, 1 Album, episode 12.
If
Hell,
you
that's
didn't
a lot.
gather that from the giant 12
From the...
at the start.
We're live every Thursday, 6 p.m. We're here talking about music.
Hell
and
yeah.
some other garbage.
I don't know
for
what
the
I
And
first
if you want to
time.
keep
Fair.
talking, you
Off
can
this
go join our Discord server, ask us any questions. We'll be answering some next week on the podcast.
Bam.
Yeah.
But before we get to talking about music, I think we have a bit of a debate to settle with our question of the week.
Well, a debate would imply
Is
that there's another side of the
yeah.
argument.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
There
like-
just isn't with this. There just isn't.
It's I wouldn't
Well,
say
well, do you
debate
wanna-
as much as delusion.
Okay, so what is the question then?
No, I'll let you.
Okay. So,
instigate.
the question that I put forth to everyone involved with this is, why is PC Master Race?
Because it is.
It just
I mean, there's
is.
so many things you can
It just-
customize and
It
and
shits
make
on
better.
console. It's
For
like
those
a big
who don't
stinky
know-
poo on consoles.
For
It's just
those
what
who
it
don't
is.
know, I've
don't
had
know
one
what master
for a
for
month.
Yeah.
Jack's had a PC for a month and we never hear the end of it, and I don't think we
We
ever
don't.
will.
Actually,
We
no,
don't.
3 months. 3 months.
He every day he increases his FOV by 1%.
Worth it, bro. Worth it. Well, the thing is, I was never under the illusion that console was better. I just couldn't afford a PC, and then I got the money, and I was like, well, now I'm gonna buy one.
There's a console player in denial. I see.
I was just a
Maybe that's what I
I was
am.
a
And now you're
poor
just a
console
snob.
player. But like the thing is, like with PC, like PC's even cheaper in the long run as well because games are cheaper. You don't actually have to buy a new PC. You just upgrade parts.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can own it for 5 years, and the only thing you need to upgrade is the RAM because
Yeah,
games will require more.
It's
RAM
almost
in the future.
it's an investment, you know.
It is an investment.
Really.
That's true.
For-
But you
so,
could also
you know-
do loads of other things on it as well as games.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Like,
I'm
You
gonna-
could start a
I'm gonna throw
YouTube
it-
channel. Hey kids.
I'm going to throw another hat in the ring here.
Oh, okay.
Max.
say that again.
Max.
Mark,
Oh,
what's up? Have you ever seen anybody go, I'm going to play this game
On my
on my Mac? Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
I mean, so I don't have a PC, but at the same time, I'm not a huge gamer. I never got a PS4 or an Xbox One. I still have my PS3 and PS2.
PS2 is iconic though.
PS2 is iconic. PS3 was great. I never got the PS4. I've got a Mac which I do all like Logic and everything on. It works absolutely amazing. I wouldn't go to a PC for that. Sorry.
Yeah,
But-
but you could get Audacity in 60 FPS.
Oh yeah, true. Can we talk about the real best console here though, which is the Nintendo Switch?
Alright. This
I
is
didn't know I was with
Because
such jokers,
because
guys.
you can play
Wow.
Breath of the Wild on
I
it.
You
do-
can play that on PC. Just emulate it.
Oh, it's you can't emulate it at the moment, I don't
You
think.
can. You can.
Can-
You definitely.
you can
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 you
in
do it?
time.
You. My brother was doing it ages ago.
Oh, I didn't realise.
Damn.
And the thing is with emulating is if you actually own the game, it's not illegal. Like if you own the game on Switch and you emulate it on PC, that's not even illegal because you actually own the game.
Oh.
So
Oh.
like
Life hack.
there's loads of emulators for like old games that because I had a Nintendo 64, like a really old console. So that was like my first gaming thing, and like I've played emulators of like older games that are from like that era of Nintendo, but like on a PC. So
Yeah, I
So-
feel like
yeah.
if you're a gamer, I feel like, you know, all roads lead to PC, pretty much, you know? Because I've been a console, like, I'm 24, and I've been a console gamer for, like, the entirety of my life. And now I'm at a point in my life where all my friends have upgraded to PC. Near enough, pretty much. And I'm just there, like, I'm I think it's time
I feel like if you play games semi-regularly, it's a step that you come to a crossroads where you could be like, I either invest now or I don't get one because
Yeah, I'm
I
trying
don't
to
have
think
the
if there's
time
like
to
any.
get one.
I'm like, if the what's like another example of like a hobby or a pastime when you have to like maybe
there'll
invest
be a
in
certain
money
point
at
where you
some
have to
point.
invest.
Yeah.
So, like, say if you're really into sports as a kid, you'll play
Yeah.
sports at lunch and you'll do it after school. There'll come a point where you'll be like, okay, so do I want to like actually keep pursuing this, or do I want to carry on with my other hobbies and just like other career aspects and just have sport as a hobby? But there's also the side of you that be like, I could just do this, similar to music in a way.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's like to get a PC. I mean, it's not like this big lifetime commitment. Fuck me, but it is.
Sorry, how many months did it take for you to buy it?
Not well.
How
to
many
be fair,
how
it
many
was
paychecks?
It was only because nothing was open, so I wasn't.
Oh no, I meant because for the amount you had to probably work to earn the money to
Well,
get
that's what
to be
I'm
able
saying.
to
That's what
afford
I'm
one.
saying. Like, it didn't take me that long because I wasn't spending any money like at all.
Oh right,
Because
yeah,
I bought it in
yeah.
lockdown, so I had I had so much money saved up, and I was like, fuck it, because I was gonna buy the new Xbox, and then I was like, wait a minute, because
Why not
I was
just
like,
buy a
this
PC?
this is the time to, because I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy a new console anyway. I might as well just spend a bit more. I say a bit
I
more.
was-
It turned
I
into
was-
quite a bit more.
Yeah, I was the same with the PS5. The PS5 got announced, saw all the games announced for it, and I was just like,
Yeah, that's the only
and
thing.
then I was like, might as well go for. I mean, well, as PlayStation boys get exclusives, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say exclusives are the only killer.
Yeah, they are a bit of a killer, but it's not the people who make the argument that but we get exclusives. It's still. I'm sorry, you're still crapped on
It
by
doesn't-
PC. It
Because
doesn't
all
come in close.
exclusives eventually just come to PC anyway.
That's
They
true.
eventually
Yeah, quite.
come.
Well, maybe not all, but quite a few.
Most of them,
you know,
do.
quite a few.
Especially now, like PC is like the highest growing form of gaming.
because it's the master race.
Like more people are getting into PC gaming than ever before. It's why there's a worldwide shortage of graphics cards.
it had a spike, didn't it, during lockdown?
Yeah, people
just started
bought
buying
a fuck
PCs.
ton of PCs.
Yeah.
So it's why you can't buy a graphics card anywhere. Somehow I got mine, and then one of our friends, another Jack, got his as well. But yeah. But yeah, in other news, console, you just you have like 5 seconds in the argument, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah, say your piece and leave. Like,
Yeah. Speaking of things that are crap, I'm joking.
oh.
I'm kidding.
Okay, so apparently.
boy.
Oh boy. Oh,
Here we
Jesus
fucking
God. Here we go. So this week we're talking
Got
about
him.
my album. And it is AWOLNATION'S 2020 release, I believe it was, or maybe it's 2021. Recent album, came out definitely recently, and I'm a big fan of AWOLNATION, and their latest album, Angel Miners and the Lightning Riders, I thoroughly enjoyed. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave that, and I want to hear other people's thoughts on it before mine.
I feel like I should start because I'm
about to shit on this album.
No. I'm about to give the shortest and most boring album review of all time.
Oh God!
So
Okay.
I barely know this band. I know the song. Like everyone knows the song "Sail."
Yeah.
Sail. So I listened through this album.
They also know Run, by the way.
Run.
But only the Vine. But only the Vine of it. Anyway, sorry, go on.
So I listened through this album. I was taking notes, and then I realized I didn't really have any thoughts on this album. That's honestly that's my review.
I feel nothing.
I feel
That's-
like that's worse than giving it a bad review.
He's
Honestly,
giving it like a -1 at this point.
That was my review of this album. I just put perfectly adequate pop music. And I just
Perfectly
I just
adequate.
I wasn't really sure what else to say.
Well, we found our clip. We found our teaser. Right? I mean, wow. Jesus.
Oh, man.
More
Like
thoughts?
the brilliant thing is this band is one of those bands where you have a soft spot for them, and you really actually they're not even a guilty pleasure kind of thing. You're like, I actually really like this band. They're like a little bit precious to you, and
I'm
you're
not
just
saying-
going perfectly adequate.
I'm not saying that I dislike.
But you're
I
also
dislike
saying
this.
that you have no positive feelings.
I
No
just-
at all.
response
There was
to
just
it.
not a lot that popped out to me as like completely special or
Not even the screaming.
screaming. Screaming was alright. At first, I was like, "Ooh, just a bit," but that I honestly, I was struggling to find what to say for this album.
I'm gonna love your score.
Wow.
Wow.
The meme
Yeah, if
could
anyone else wants to take the
The
mic
meme
now.
might stop being Dead Trees it, and it might
It
be
might be
AWOLNATION
Angel
it.
Miners and the Lightning
Very
Riders
well.
at this point.
Yeah, you go now. You go.
Okay, so I think this is a really strange album.
Okay.
I think it's kind
That's
of like,
something at
but
least.
like
Oh my god, an opinion.
it's like
Imagine not having an opinion
no,
about
we
a
don't
podcast
do that
about
here.
albums, man.
I think it's like if Billie Eilish kind of just went a bit heavier. That's kind of like how I'm seeing it. It's sort of, I was listening and I was just sort of like, especially like, what was that fucking song? Was it Slam?
Yeah,
Slam.
Slam Angel Miners. Yeah.
I just had the little synth thing in it. Yeah. And I was just like, this is just exactly like that Billie Eilish song that I can't fucking remember. Bad Guy. That's
Bad
it.
guy.
And I was just there like, I mean, it's okay. I didn't mind it. Like, to be fair, okay, I'm a Wreck. The last song was actually
Yeah.
really, really good. I like that song
That's
a lot.
banger. That is
I
banger.
do like that song. But in terms of like other standouts, I can't really think of any. Maybe like the opening song, I think it's called The Best.
Yeah.
I think that was
What-
okay. But like,
what about Mayday?
Mayday?
Fiesta Fever.
I didn't
No?
mind it. It just doesn't spring to my head whenever I think of anything. So it's like,
This could be the shortest
kind of-
episode we've
this could
ever
be-
Yeah.
I think that was some. I think like those two songs in particular, I do sort of remember. And
Sort
I
of
felt
remember.
they're coming back to me. They're coming back to me. I'm seeing them in a psychic dream. I need to put my sunglasses on. And look like a
And-
cock
I
again.
and
can't
yeah,
believe what's
they've
going
got-
on.
they've got catchy hooks and stuff. I think it was the Fiesta one. I was expecting it like you had this big hook, and I was expecting it to end there, and then I looked and there was a whole other minute left, and I went, oh, okay.
Been reverse progged.
It's so prog.
It's backwards prog.
My days. I mean,
Okay. So-
I actually have opinions.
Oh,
Okay.
here we go.
Noah,
Here we
but
go.
wait. So Noah, are you finished?
I can't really think of what else to kind of say other than it's not really my kind of thing, but I can respect it.
I love how you're just merring. You just meh.
Yeah,
You-
I'm
you-
maying
you-
this one. I'm maying
Both
this one.
Noah and Josh have just looked at my boys AWOLNATION.
Yeah, it's
and
not
gone,
fucking nice, is it? It's not fucking nice when somebody puts some music out and they shit on it. Cock.
Okay, Jack.
Yeah, so I get mad everything vibes from these guys.
Really?
Mad,
Okay.
Mad everything vibes. Especially not all the time, but like with certain songs, the best. That's such an everything tune, bro. It sounds so
Okay.
much like it. Hold on, let me just get my notes out. So yeah, overall, I actually kind of enjoyed it. I thought the production was like proper
Yeah.
funky and like there was some. It was quirky, which is good. We like quirky.
I
We
think I'll agree
appreciate
with that.
quirky.
I think it was quite quirky.
I like music that doesn't take itself too seriously. And when you have a feature of the singer from Weezer, you know you fit into that crowd. Mad respect for my boys, the most underrated rock band. But like, I don't know. Like I don't understand where this I have no thoughts or I mess. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Did you listen to it after Nightwish? Is that what's gone on? You just listened to Nightwish, was blown away by it, and then you just like, oh, let's put Kieran's album
Like,
on.
I will
Oh,
admit there was some tracks, like individual tracks, that I didn't really care for, but they're a bit forgettable. But like, I'm a Rex a banger. The Best was pretty good. The song with the guy from Weezer, like High Rise, whatever, was a pretty good. It was a pretty good pop rock tune. It had a pretty nice hook. I don't know. It was pretty calm. Like, I would say it's strange and quirky, but relatively easy listening as well. Like, there was nothing that was like that intense. There was nothing that I was like, I have to sit down and absorb this concept. Like, it was very just like some of the grooves were quite good. I don't know. The things that I like about everything
were in
was
that
here.
album.
Like some of like the somewhat strange melody choices and somewhat strange rhythm choices. Sometimes they don't pay off and sometimes they do, but overall it creates quite an enjoyable experience overall. It was kind of how I felt about this as well. But other than that, in terms of like cons, really, that I was just some meh tracks here and there. That other than I'm a Wreck, there was nothing that was so like different from the other songs. I think maybe it fits into what you always say, Kieran, that sometimes it needs downtime. I felt like this album was kind of guilty of that in places. I don't know, but overall, I had actually quite a fun time. So I actually kind of enjoyed it. So
it's like,
well, I'm gonna have to just bump this bad boy up a little bit. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to justify why I think it's good or whatever.
It won't work. You can try.
Resistance is futile.
I'm not on the bad side here. I was. You know what? I'm gonna sit back.
I'm gonna repeat. I didn't say it was bad.
No, you just like.
But before you go on, I was just gonna say, like, I've only ever heard "Sail" before, and I don't like that song. Like, I don't like that song at all.
I don't like "Sail." I think it's hot garbage.
So I kind of went into this thinking like, oh, AWOLNATION, like, you know, like, and honestly, I was actually quite surprised how much of a fun time I had. So I think I will, if there's more like this, I think I will go check out more.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, I was just not expecting any sort of aesthetic that I got from this. I just didn't expect. At all. So
this is funny because I actually I actually put it as a con. It's kind of a con of AWOLNATION almost to a degree, not the album. But for whatever reason, it seems like AWOLNATION is very hard to get into. A lot of people just don't, like, they'll listen straight to the albums and just be like, nah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then just leave it alone. And, like, I've just never left the albums. I just kept coming back to them, and then I was a bit like, yo, this is actually quite an underrated band. You know,
I can
and then
imagine,
and then that's where it kind of, I was like, oh, that I like what they're doing because I think they kind of, if you go back to like their older albums as well, especially the second one, the first one which has "Sail" on it, I don't really rate that album that much. Cause the first album, it's kind of like, they've not found their sound. The second one was really good because they experimented, and then this third one is just like, like you say, it's funky and it's kind of a fun album. Like I wrote down, it's a summer album to me.
It's summer.
Like, I'll stick it on in summer.
It's bouncy.
Yeah, so to me, they kind of do genre blend, you know, like with the screaming, the pop stuff, you know, and then throwing in then the heavy guitars.
Yeah.
But I also think that's probably equally why they're so hard to get into, because you listen to them and you're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
You know, like,
to be fair,
because if you go to, like, even the track listing, The Best, you're like, okay, catchy song, and then Slam is very... it's very well. It's funny because I actually wrote as well. AWOLNATION does Bad Guy. That's what Slam is to me.
Yeah,
but
I agree with
like the thing what makes Bad Guy so good was the amount of production what went into it and the theme and the dark theme of like the album. Whereas all they've done here is not really put as much production like the concept. It's pretty hard to identify the concept with this album. It's just a fun album, I guess. I do think it's catchy. It's got a nice blend of light and heavy. They do that constantly throughout their albums. You know, always in the light kind of light vocals, but very clean, and then he goes into his screaming. Like I always liked that for whatever reason, because I think he's got like an underrated scream as well. I'm like, it's actually just because it sounds it doesn't sound like your traditional screamo. It sounds like a It sounds like I don't know if you get what I mean by this. It sounds like he started doing screamo without not knowing how to do it, and then caught on a little bit later.
Yeah.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sort of.
And then also, again, I'm a wreck. Like, I've listened to that song. I've still listened to that song after. I just love it.
It is a banger. I think it's my favorite as well.
The string arrangement going into just the distorted guitar was amazing. Even though the distorted guitar's not doing much, it's like it just slaps you in the face, and then he starts screaming, and it's like, all right, I'm sold. This is a banger.
Do you know what it is? It's when it starts and it's like a minute and a half in. There's like
it's all like airy, innit? You're like,
there's the rhythm
head.
change, and then it kind of fades into the next part. You feel like the rhythm change, and then it goes in, and it's just.
I'm not gonna lie as well. The drum fills in I'm a Wreck. The drum fills are peng. It's so good. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm currently looking at the clock, and this has gone on for 21 minutes.
All right.
Should we do scores?
Yeah, let's go
I
for the
feel like there's nothing like. Yeah. I think this album is a fun, good listen, and let's go to the scores. This will be interesting.
Let's go to the scores. Yeah. Someone else go first while I'm getting my pen.
Go on, Kieran. Start it off positive.
Okay, we'll start it off positive. I gave this album a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Okay,
I thought it was actually above average, because I think it might be because I've listened to the other albums as well. Like, I know that I can hear the progression they've done to what they are now, and I'm like, this is like the best AWOL Nation. Like, holy hell, whatever. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay. I also gave it a 7 out of 10 because
Yay!
I generally thought it was a pretty good album. I had a fun time. It's different to anything else we've reviewed on this podcast. I don't know. Yeah, I just had it. It was generally a fun time. And
we're just not ever listening to it, are we, when we go on a tour or something, and then it's stick some albums on. It's like, okay, don't let Kieran have the aux. Don't do it.
No.
Somebody stop him.
Simply unacceptable. But I don't know. Like, there was definitely parts that I wasn't into, but overall, I generally had a fun time with the groove and with the grooves and the production, and a lot of the instrumentation was just really fun. Yeah, it was quirky. I like quirky things.
And now you have all discovered AWOL Nation.
Yeah. So I was just completely indifferent.
Here comes
to
Josh's
this album.
lowest score. Here it comes.
If this came on if this was playing in the background or something, I wouldn't complain, but nothing would make me go, ooh.
It wouldn't tickle your pickle.
He's giving it a 5.
He's giving it a 5, isn't he?
I'm giving it a 5. Yeah.
Oh.
That's not too bad. To be fair, you gave Dead Trees a 4.
I didn't say I didn't say it was bad. I just said completely just perfectly adequate.
Perfectly adequate.
I'm on par with Josh with this one. I've given it a 5 as well. It's
okay.
It's just a bit. It's there.
Average.
It's there. It's to be fair, I'd give it a 5.5 purely for I'm a Wreck.
Yeah,
but I don't feel comfortable giving it a 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so that puts it second to last on 24 out of 40.
Ooh.
1 point ahead of Dead Trees.
Oh, fuck's sake.
So
I'll take it. I'll take the fat dub.
Absolute
we won.
shite.
There we go.
Big
Noah's still last place. It's all good.
I love how we say that Noah is last place. Not the
album. Not the album. Noah.
It's his choice. But
just to rub it in. It's his fault for bringing the album in.
By that logic,
he has last.
All right, yeah, sit down, Mr. Stephen Wilson. My Bill Murray's rubbing his cock and balls in your face.
Yeah, it does mean Jack is winning.
I'm winning, and I'm joint second as well.
Oh.
What
that's
can
not
I
bad. That's
say?
not bad.
What can I say? My
He's
taste
transcended.
Is so, after episode 12, the leaderboard looks like this. In last place, we have Dead Trees with 23 out of 40. Then in 11th place, we have AWOL Nation with 24 out of 40. Then in 10th, we have Within Temptation with 26. 9th, we have Health with 28.
Can we just say that at the bottom is mostly all mine?
Oh.
I think because next it's health on
Yep.
28.
Yep.
It's you've got all three of your choices. After their trees, it's all three of yours. And then we've got Code Orange on 29. Stephen Wilson and Architects drawing on 31. Nightwish and Bill Murray drawing on 32.
Hell yeah.
Joint second, we have Caligula's Horse and Pink Floyd on joint 35. And then first place, we've still got Muse, Origin of Symmetry. One day,
Ooh.
that will be beaten.
It will.
It's going to get to
One
the
day.
point soon where I can't read out the whole table. I can only read what's around it.
Yeah, just Kieran, edit on the screen, please.
Yeah,
I'm
do like
okay,
top
got you, bro.
tens. Top
Watch Mojo.
40.
Watchmojo.com.
Oh my god.
So, what album shall we review next? What questions do you want to ask us? Let us know in the Discord.
The community
Link in the
Discord.
description. Subscribe, notification bell. We've been Antidote to Chaos. We are everywhere on social media.
Don't forget to send memes.
Send memes.
Send memes.
Send
Thank
the
you,
memes.
and good night.
Hell
plant
yeah.
trees.
See you later, everyone.
Send memes, plant trees.
Bye bye.
See you later.